Hey guys, welcome back to Channel Football Analytics. Today I'm going to be giving out tips for the Champions League. We've got about 9 games on Tuesday. Also, I'll be releasing the second part of the video for the Wednesday's games tomorrow. So you'll have everything covered on this channel. Now, hit the thumbs up, guys. I always appreciate your support. Subscribe if you need to, if you enjoyed the picks that I made. Today, I'm going to be making the video into basically 3 different parts in terms of picks. Bankers, high value odds, and opportunities. So we'll go game by game. But as I say, guys, we need to get odds closer to 2 if you're betting on single games, and also try to bet only on goals. Forget about betting on outcomes. Now, let's start off with Atalanta and Club Brugge. Now, last year, remember, they played in the 1/16th where Club Brugge absolutely spanked Atalanta already in the first half. The game was over. It was 0-3 for Brugge, and the odds were insane. It was at 7 for Club Brugge to win the game. And this year, maybe bookies learned their lesson because the odds right now are fallen. It's currently at 380. And because Club Brugge has been scoring insanely well in the last few games, like look at this, 5-5, that's insane. Also they spanked Monaco. They're currently in the top 3 places in the Champions League right now, while Atalanta is dead last. Remember, they lost to the champions 4-0. So obviously they need to bounce back, so this becomes kind of a tricky game. Atalanta has also been performing pretty well defensively in the Serie A. The last 3 games, they only conceded 2 goals. But besides that, yeah, the loss against PSG was tough. So this one is a tricky one. But guys, the odds right now on Club Brugge for over 1 is currently at 175. Now, over 1 means if they score 1 goal, you get a refund. If they score 2 goals, you win the bet. You'll only lose it if they don't score at all. And this is the bet that I prefer to take. I'll link down below the website in the comment section on my Telegram, so check it out. So my first pick, I gotta go with Club Brugge here, guys. They've scored basically in every single game this season, but like loads, except 1, yeah. But yeah, always over 2 goals. So guys, going with Club Brugge here. If you want the BTTS, actually that's not a bad option. I think Atalanta is going to be scoring as well in this game. So if you don't have the over 1 website, go for the BTTS maybe. The odds aren't too bad, but right now the value at 175 is pretty good on Club Brugge. So I'm gonna put it first in the high value odds section. So that will be my first pick. So next one, the earlier game is in Kazakhstan, Kairat against Real Madrid. Now this could be fun, especially after Real Madrid losing 5-2 the derby. And conceding 5 is crazy for Real Madrid, especially with how they started off well with Xabi Alonso in the season. But derby is a derby at the end of the day. So they beat Marseille 2-1. This was also a tricky one. Marseille played really well. And Kairat, I think they lost in the second half, right? No, in the end of the first half, they already conceded. And then, yeah. Guys, so this game, look, the odds right now, you see when you're taking your basically accumulators in the beginning of the game, at 108, like, do you really want to do those odds? I would put it in the bankers section. Bankers meaning if you bet live. I know a lot of you do. So if the game goes past the 65th minute or the 70th, in this case, this is Real Madrid, and Real Madrid still hasn't scored, the game is 0-0 or they're losing 1-0, you have to put your money on Real Madrid because the odds are going to be closer to 2. And that's the benefits of betting on favorites live. And that's what I do quite often. I just put a list of games that I like and I just wait till the 65th minute and I see who hasn't scored and I take them. And Real Madrid here, guys, is a huge favorite. So we got to go with Real Madrid to score. If people are not listening, they just look at the graph, they're going to be like, what the hell is he saying? Real Madrid to score odds too. I need to make it more clear, but like past 65th minute. That would be in the bankers part, guys. So Real Madrid to score. These are the 2 early games. Now let's go into the games at 9 o'clock. So let's start off with Atletico Frankfurt. Another insane one, guys, because look what Frankfurt's been doing last few games. 4-6, 3-4, 5-1. And Atletico 5-2, 3-2. Also against Liverpool, they lost 3-2. This is unlike Atletico. We've known Simeone always playing low-scoring games, and those 2 teams, guys, this has BTTS written all over it, but you know when like team scores 6 goals in a game, usually they get blanked. the next game. It has happened to my team, Inter, a couple of times when we scored 4 or 5 goals, and the next game we just can't score. But hopefully this is not the case. BTTS option, if you go with it, is a 164, and for Frankfurt over 1 is at 202. I mean, you gotta go with that. I'm gonna put it in the opportunity section actually, because the odds are over 2 for Frankfurt. With the way they've been scoring, why not? And Atletico has been conceding at will. Bodo Tottenham, guys, I thought about this game. I just can't predict it. I don't know. It's Tottenham. I have a hard time. I had actually Wolves over 1 goal this weekend. They scored only 1 against Tottenham. They were leading that game for odds 275, but the game ended up being 1-1. And Bodo, usually they play BTTS. Like, look at that. Last 6 results, guys, BTTS. So, in my case, when I take over 1, BTTS happens in a lot of times, as I said, because I take the underdog. I'm just going to skip through that game, guys. Let me know what you think about Bodo Tottenham. But it should be, normally it should be BTTS. Now, another tricky game. Like, this game could make or break Chelsea's season, because look at this form, guys. They only beat Lincoln here. Like, look at all the L's. They just lost against Brighton. Obviously, they had a red card in the second half, and that turned the game around. And Mourinho is coming to town. A new coach of Benfica. This shall be an interesting one. I feel like, what did Chelsea do in the Champions League? Both of those teams lost. So yeah, Chelsea lost to Bayern, and Benfica lost to Karabakh. That was a sensation. Guys, I feel like we could have an opportunity here because Chelsea has been conceding a lot. I feel like Benfica could get 1 goal, and the odds are great for over 1. So I'm going to put it also with opportunity. Over 1 goal. Odds right now at 207 for Benfica. Now, obviously, these are risky, guys. You can also take this game as a banker if you think Chelsea is going to be scoring, perhaps in the second half. You can also wait it out. So, Liverpool Galatasaray. Galatasaray is in a tough position now because they lost the first game, obviously, 5-1, and they get to face Liverpool now. So, there's a good chance they're going to start with 2 L's. Liverpool... let's see the odds market. 165. Like, yeah, that's also one of the tricky ones. The odds are a bit too low. I feel like I'm going to put it in the banker section because I believe Liverpool is going to be winning this game. But honestly, I don't care because I'm going for goals. But I think they're just going to have a bounce back game after Crystal Palace. It's very rarely Liverpool goes 2 games without winning. So Liverpool... is going to be scoring in this game, but let's do this obviously past the 65th minute when the odds rise closer to 2. Inter against Slavia. Inter, my team. We've actually played quite well the last few games. After the disaster against Juventus, we were pretty solid in those games, and I feel we're going to continue that trend. It's time to catch up some points also in the Serie A. I'm going to put Inter also in the banker section because Inter also doesn't score at times in the first half. So there is an opportunity for Inter to score in the second half when the game is like 0-0-0-1 past the 17th minute. I feel like Inter is going to be winning this game because this is huge. Inter has a tough schedule after. What are the bookies giving us? Like, you see, like, 133. That's not bad, actually. But Inter's schedule, let's check out. It gets pretty tough after a few games in the Champions League. So we have Kairat, we should win this one. Then it's Atletico, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Dortmund. So, guys, we have to win against... Slavia, Marseille, Ajax. I really like this game, guys. I feel like Marseille might be time to catch them for in terms of conceding. So they've played 3 consecutive victories at home so far in the French league. They also didn't concede 2 games. We called that Marseille was going to be scoring against PSG. They had the craziest streak of not scoring to PSG since 2017. So we caught that, but it's now time to catch against Marseille because I feel like it's time for them to concede. De Zerbi plays really offensive football. Ajax hasn't won in a while. I feel like this is one of those underdog opportunities. So let's go with Ajax for odds 240 here for over 1 goal. That's beautiful. Also, the BTTS option is pretty good, guys. It's at 170. Okay, to finish up the Champions League, we got Pafos against Bayern. This could get brutal. Odds right now currently at 113 for Bayern. I'm putting them straight in the bankers section because honestly, I'll be highly shocked if Bayern doesn't score at least few goals by the 65th minute. But if they don't for some reason, take them. Yeah, it's simple as that. And also, by the way, if somebody catches a red card like Bayern, Inter, Liverpool, Real Madrid, don't go for those teams because the game changes completely. So yeah, guys, bankers, let's try to get Real Madrid, Liverpool, Inter, Bayern to score. Then Club Brugge is my only high value odds game. And then Frankfurt, Benfica, and Ajax for over 1 goal. So what do you think about these bets, guys? Do you like any of them? Let me know in the comment section and tell me what you're going to be taking. So yeah, this will be it for the Tuesday's games, and Wednesday's games are going to be released tomorrow. So for the second part of the video. So I'll see you in the next one. Adios.